Hey everyone, Caront here, welcoming you back to Wild Arms. In the last episode, we made our way back to Vassam's lab and initiated the rescue of Rudy, which ended up entailing Cecilia going into Rudy's dream and fighting off a dream demon named Elizabeth. Now, Rudy's back with a new ability. We have a new rune, the Love Rune, which we've equipped on Cecilia, and we're ready to head back into Filgaia. So all we really need to do now, of course, is run through the forest mound and just try not to run into stumps, and we're good to go. So now, at long last, we've gotten our third crew member back. We are a full party again. We go back to Filgaia via the L transporter. I'll be okay from here. I'm going back to town to continue my work on reforesting the land. Not out of guilt, but out of love. I want to do what I can to save Filgaia, a land full of wonderful people. You have changed my life. Thank you, everybody. And off she slowly goes. Alright, so let's go ahead and head out of here. And... okay, we're met at the door by Jane and McDullen. You're late! Where the hell were you? My lady was so worried. Ha! Oh, nah. Sorry. There is something going on. We must get back to Adelheid Castle. Okay. I wonder what's going on there. I mean, we hadn't been there in a while, so who knows? It's incredible. I've never seen anything like it. What? What are you talking about? What is incredible? Professor Emma's invention is finished. The flight machine is done. Oh wow, sweet. The strange-looking contraption in her lab actually flies. A machine that can fly? It's said that 1,000 years ago there was a vehicle that could travel to the stars. How can you fly using current technology? I have no idea how it works, but Professor Emma's been researching flight mechanisms for a long time. You know the Emma motor? It was invented for this machine. For a long time she said it didn't have enough power to fly yet, but... why now? I'm not sure. It was a lot of information for me to digest. Speaking of digestion, she was checking out the Earth Golem's stomach while we were gone. We better hurry or we'll miss the test flight. Okay, so I guess off we go then. And we have the test flight over Adelheid Castle. That crazy captain. What's his name is going to be the test pilot. Oh crap, you mean Bartholomew? He's scared of heights. Imagine a grown man whining and crying. So you stuck him in a plane? Yeah, I don't know if this is going to go too well. I'm sorry to hear that. There, it's coming this way. Oh shit! Yeah, pretty much. That crazy captain? And they just walk off. I mean, it's not as though they're concerned or anything. Okay. Well, yeah. Hey, Emma. Wow, that was scary. Oh gee, no kidding. We didn't have enough power to maneuver into the upper atmosphere. We need to start on the modifications right away. Rudy, it's good to see you up and about again. I'm glad somebody noticed. Where's the captain? There's always a price to pay for progress. Wait, really? What? We should all go and visit him later. But first, I want you to meet someone. Hey, it's Sister Angie! Now we hadn't seen you in ages. Before the introductions, I would like to report my findings. Uh-oh, wow, wait a minute. This is the Guardian Stone. What? There's instability in the Guardian's energy. The Guardian Stone is responding very erratically, and yes, I'm expanding it on purpose. There is some problem in the southeast, far away. I will continue with my observations. Is something happening to the Guardians? That could be really bad, yeah. I don't have any confirmation, but it's worth a look. We must use... But I thought it wasn't completed yet? If only we had the Gemini circuits. If we had the ancient Gemini circuits, we could increase the power of the Emma motor. We need a pair of them in order for them to work. Of course, the Gemini being the twins in folklore. Let's split up into 2 teams. Jane, your team will take to the sea with the captain. Fetch him from the hospital. Wait, must not be that badly off if they're just going, okay, let's go immediately and just, get him out of the hospital. Rudy and gang will use that new machine that I've created for them. Wait, you mean we get to fly? Come with me, Rudy. I'll show you my secret laboratory. Sorry, couldn't resist. A secret laboratory? Where could it be? No one knows. That's why it's called a secret laboratory. Go figure. Oh, well, I guess we're here now. I can't believe there's a secret facility under Adelheid Castle. There you go again with another crazy idea. Isn't this illegal? Someone stop this crazy professor. I wasn't sure what I was getting into, so I didn't bother getting a permit. Wow, file that under the it's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission category. Okay, light it up! Whee! Here it is, surprise! The result of Zeppet's studies on the theory of flight, the metal bird and my Emma motor. I was able to create this flying machine by combining the 2 technologies. At last, my dream is finally becoming a reality. I'm going to name it the Gull Wing, the wing of the holy bird. Oh, well, figured she would name it the Emma wing or something like that. Hey, alright, sweet. No, it's a prototype. How about the proto wing? Oh, okay, that works too. All that steam over a prototype. The thing can't even fly. We all saw it crash. According to my wisdom, what goes up must come down. Oh, thank you, Brains. As long as you don't get caught in a high-altitude jet stream, you'll be okay. Oh, okay, fine. Somehow you don't sound too convincing. In this world, you can only count on 2 things. Death and taxes? Our love of Filgaia and my technology. Wow, again, not confident much, are we, Emma? In order for me to complete the proto-wing, I must have a pair of Gemini circuits. Yeah, we kind of already got that. Gemini means twins. Yeah, we already got that too. Thus, they will not work unless we bring the 2 Gemini circuits together. Jane's group will go by sea, and your group shall go by air. Get back as soon as you find the Gemini circuit. What's the repair status of the proto-wing? Stop wasting time. Hurry up! Repair is complete. It can take off at any time. Those people. Yeah, they're the same guys that were helping me with the Lolithia dig. Emma is being a slave driver as usual. That's no surprise. Shut up and send the machine to gate 14. Okay, ready? Proto-wing, take off! And we get Rudy's companions playing again, which I think is fitting for the theme of the time. So, just as we saw the golem coming out of the giant's cradle, well, walking out, I guess, we see the proto-wing, I guess, being lifted out of Adelheid. To ride the proto-wing, walk to the proto-wing, well, I guess, and push the accept button. Ah, good fourth wall breaking there. To land, push the cancel button. You can't land in a forest or on the water. It doesn't have enough power to fly over mountains. It is just a prototype. So, we've got wings! Hooray! And my voice cracks, hooray! Alright, so, now that we can fly and land and fly again, what do we need to do? Well, actually, first off, let's stop here and go back into Adelheid. Because there's one or two things that we should take care of while we're here. First off, we can make another donation to the Adelheid Restoration Take All Our Money Society thing. So, go back in here, and now that we have gotten further in the story... Oh, maybe we can't. Okay, never mind. Oops to me. Well, we can still do some upgrading, and I want to do some beefing up of Rudy's arms while we're here. Because even with Fury Shot being able to triple your attack power, hey, you may not always be able to use that. So, it certainly behooves us to go ahead and start using some of our hard-earned money. And by the way, I did some selling of stuff off camera, so didn't figure I needed to put you guys through that. Alright, I think let's upgrade another bullet or two. Yes. And there we go. Okay, and I think we could probably get one more attack in. Yeah, there we go. That'll do good. And now the rocket launcher, as you see, 250 attack. Yes, very nice. Alright, I think that'll be it for now. Alright, so that's pretty much about all we have to take care of in Adelheid right now. I would say, for those of you, if you're playing along, try to keep at least 50,000 Gela in your reserves right now, because we don't need it yet, as I thought we might, but you do have another donation coming up to the Adelheid Restoration Committee soon, and it is 50,000 Gela, so that would be a good thing to keep on hand. Now that we've got wings and can travel a little more freely, let's not run into mountains, shall we? Let's pick up a couple things that we actually haven't gotten yet. And the first place I want to go is a place we haven't been in a very long time. And that is the Memory Temple, where we first met Jack. Now, you might be asking yourself, Self, what in the world are we doing here? Well, you'll recall, when we first came in here, this machine thingy told us to put in a name, and we put in Jack's name, and he dropped down the pit and went all Indiana Jones on us. Well, as it turns out, we met somebody who can help us more about that. That was Emiko. Okay, I guess I have to switch to Jack to figure it out. Listen, Jack, we must think this time. Yes, we want it turned on again because we know the password. Alright, here we go, Jack. Get it right this time. Now, the name we were actually supposed to put in here was the name of the elder of Tarjon Village, Emiko. And match found. I am the guardian of the Temple of Memory. Oh, rightful heir of the memory, prepare to receive the knowledge. And it opens up. Now, you might be asking yourself, Self, what happens if you actually put in Emiko as Jack's name at the beginning of the game? Well, as I move along the corridors and go through here, I'll actually show you a video of what happens because it's pretty funny. Actually, you'll see on the bottom of the screen as we're going along. Now you come to the door here, and, well, that of course is a teardrop door, so even if we had the right name, we couldn't have gotten through here anyway. But with Cecilia's help, we can make it in and find ourselves 2 treasures with a crest graph, and we run over here, we find ourselves a wall and another crest graph. So, got 2 more in our collection. And I forgot you could actually get into random battles in here. Balloon and Pillbug, no big deal. Now, head over here and use old reliable handpan to pick up the last treasure of this place, the Holy Parasol, which, if you equip it on Cecilia, it is very much a Cecilia thing, it absorbs an enemy's magic as magic points, which can be pretty nice, especially if you're fighting an enemy, say, well, mostly like Elizabeth, who we just fought, who mostly uses magic for their attacks. Now, I tend to prefer the Necronomicon because, well, it's just better, but if you are facing a full magic enemy, then that is actually a pretty good accessory to have on, because whoever's wearing it is, well, in essence, immune to their attacks. Alright, so we got one place out of the way, but there's 1 or 2 other spots we can go to as well, which will actually serve, well, some purposes. And the first of those areas that I want to point out, to borrow the map here, is we're actually going to go north, well, a little northeast actually, to a place we could have visited a while ago, and actually done stuff there a while ago, but I chose not to do it yet, mostly because, well, we would have been almost right at the level that we could have done it, but it would have given us some real trouble if we had tried to go here and do stuff before. Now, I will point out first off, we are on the island at the bottom center of the map there, and you go here, you've got an isolated guild. So if you need to heal up or anything like that, you can go there. Now this comes very much in handy because of where we're going to be going next, and for that service, I will use the ocarina and can't summon the Earth Golem. Alright, because I don't have a space above me. There we go. Poor old Earth Golem, we haven't used you in a while. So let's go ahead and walk you over this way, where we find ourselves an ancient looking castle. And there we find the ancient arena. Alrighty, so welcome to the secret battle arena. Those who know will know. Was it like Fight Club? First rule of Fight Club is don't talk about Fight Club. I don't know. Even if I get injured, I must fight again tomorrow. Oy, oy. Okay, well, you have this gentleman here who will refill your arms, and I will go ahead and do that. And you also have an inn here, which, wait for it, 1,000 gela per night. Dear God in heaven, no. That is why the isolated guild is such a good thing, because we don't want to pay that kind of money. It's not even remotely worth it. But we can get a full revive. And if we head over here, we get it. There we go, power apple. Okay. This arena isn't big enough. Yeah, whatever you say. Get me a bigger arena and I'll even defeat a mythical monster like Ragu Ragala. Yeah, we'll get to him later. Alright, you have anything to say? He bit me with that big mouth. Wow, okay. But you get the gist and essence of what this place is. It is a battle arena, where you can fight monsters and hopefully win prizes. Endless pit of battles. Well, it's not endless, actually. But you do have to keep fighting to the end. Well, you don't have to, but it's preferred that you do. But basically, just kind of random NPCs here. Secret audience to enjoy a game of life and death. What we're more concerned with, at least right now, actually, is heading over this way. Now, you see the gentleman over there in the very gray hair. We'll talk to him in a moment. Now, I will mention, if you do go in here, make sure you've got a couple of duplicators to spare, because you can use them and pick up more treasure. First off, I think I'll go downstairs, actually. And we come to the pit. After a while, you get used to these creatures. The monsters have benevolent eyes. Okay, never heard of monsters having kind eyes. But we can use the one and talk to some of them. Every day we get sent out into the arena and get beat up. I can't take it anymore. And then there's the presence of a monster here that completely outclasses us. Yeah, that would be the Ragu Ragala they're talking about. No, I can talk to you. The Magic Key Factory was under attack by some monsters. Half of it has probably been digested by now. That is another point I want to show you before we leave off this episode. I don't think I'll be able to actually show the battle with those monsters because they're, well, way above my pay grade right now. But I'll at least show you where it is and what to look for. Now you notice, gee, that's an awfully big mirror or pane of glass there. Don't worry, we will be able to deal with that later, but later, not now. Anyway, go in here, talk to yon gentleman here. Duke Pigucci, you've come. Here, it's a paradise without morals or common sense. Now show your strength and try not to bore me. A little bit bloodthirsty there, I'd say. But anyway, we've got a duplicator door here. And, of course, use one of them. We walk into the room and we pick up a crest graph, another crest graph, and a third crest graph. So, with all of that together, I think we have 10 or something like that. Yep, we have 10. Alright, so plenty of magic to be had whenever I get around to actually magicking, I guess. So that's, in essence, the gist of the ancient arena right now. You've got more random NPCs you can talk to if you'd like. I gets excited at the sight of bloodshed. He's a madman. He's earned the nickname the Bloody Duke. He thinks nothing of it. In fact, he's kind of proud of it, actually, and he makes no bones about it. This is true. So, head back over this way and run into people. Go me. And we're back at the beginning. Now, I will actually go ahead and show you the first of the battles that you can fight here, because we're not strong enough yet at level 34 and 35 to fight the rest of them. But it will at least give me the chance to show a couple things off and one of the enemies here. So, go ahead, This is the Arena of Survival. The entry fee is 1,000 Gela, which I think we're okay on, so let's go ahead and go in. And we march ourselves in this way. They open the big old doors. And we get our first survival arena fight with the Medea. Now, the main reason I wanted to show this first fight is first off to kind of give a take on what this is going to work out to be. And I will actually go ahead. I'm going to equip the Hades rune on... I may not equip it on him. Alright, well, so much for that idea. Just go usual attack on him. And then I'm going to actually try to learn this fast draw him, which I have not yet learned because we've not had very many battles since I got it. And we just had that boss fight, so big whoop. Now the big thing with this guy is Medea is weak to Holy, which helps out a ton, especially if you are Necronomiconized, as we shall see. Now, one good hit, well, two good hits maybe, and this sucker will be dead, but before he does, he gets to hit us like a train wreck. Now, if you have Holy, actually, this is a good time to use it very much. And I think I will go ahead and equip the Hades rune just to show it off, because he's already got 2 things of force, so I figure it'd be a good time to go summon Guardian on it. Now, the rest of them, I'm just going to go ahead and, yeah, I'll go ahead and defend with both of them so that we can watch him cure himself. Oh, fantastic. Okay. Well, I guess I'll be throwing Holy at this guy again, but we get to see Duras Drum, giant warrior, who hopefully hits pretty hard and heals him. That was fantastic. Go me! Oh well, anyway, let's go ahead and use the rocket launcher, and we'll go ahead and go fast draw him with you, and Holy with you, and we should be able to take this guy out. And Jack still can't learn the darn thing. Oh well. Anyhow, spit Holy at him, and that takes care of most of it. And then rocket launcher should hit, I think. And yes, we're good. Alright, so, you know, Cecilia levels up. The fight didn't go quite as smoothly as I would have hoped, but oh well. Bravo, bravo! Duke Pigucci is pleased with the fight. He anxiously awaits your next match. You will fight again, won't you? Not yet, because we're not really up to par for some of the other battles. Especially the second one really causes me a lot of trouble, even later, much less early on, so no. You were surprisingly well prepared. Is it because you were looking forward to the next round? Oh well, the prize for this round is 10 heal berries, which we're already out of, a goat doll, and a lucky card, which is not bad. Now, of course, there are other prizes you can get with future matches, and we will show them accordingly, but for now, I think that'll be enough of that. Alrighty, so let's pick up our golem and make our way back here. And of course, you see we're a little bit hurt and worse for wear, but we can take care of that easily enough at the Isolated Guild down in this neck of the woods. So we'll stop and do that. And as I mentioned, there is one other thing I want to show you as we travel around before we get back to the main scope of things, I guess. Come on, heal me. There we go. Sweet. Alright. One more thing I do want to show you. And I'm going to simply show you the location of this, because if I tried to actually, I don't know why I really just did that, but if I tried to actually fight this battle right now, I would die quickly. Now, we didn't go too far from the arena, you notice, but you see these 3 islands here just to the east of the big island? These islands are where that magic key factory was located. And if you happen to land on these islands and engage an enemy, well, you'll engage several enemies, but the one you're hoping for is called the Hyakonton. It gets you some of the best experience in the game, and it also gets you a duplicator, or the chance at a duplicator anyway. You can steal one, and you can also drop them from the enemies, so if you happen to do the whole prison lucky shot thing, then you're good to go on that. But I think that's all we'll really do right now, because, well, we've got a couple of dungeons that we can go into now. One of them, of course, is the one for the story, which we will be tackling. But actually, I will go ahead and make my way toward Adelheid if I don't get myself lost here. And next time on Wild Arms, we're actually going to tackle an optional dungeon first. Because Even though we do have a story dungeon to go to, we do have another place where we can head, where we can actually pick up a new ability for Cecilia and find ourselves even more treasure behind duplicator doors there. So thank you guys for joining me, and I will see y'all later.